Hi, and welcome to the Instagram stories for Friday, January 14th, 2022. I'm Matthew Pierce, creator of HashtagSlayer.com, and today I'm guest hosting the show. You'll be hearing me soon on an upcoming full-length interview on the Instagram Stories podcast, talking all about how to become a hashtag strategist and the great platform I've created. Today, I want to talk to you about what hashtags can really be used for. Are they just for reach? That may be the main way we think about them, but there is so much more you can do with your hashtags. Here are 3 ways you can use hashtags that aren't just about getting more engagement or reach. First, contests and giveaways. This is a branded, unique, custom hashtag that you can use to encourage your audience or community to take part in a contest or a giveaway. Here's how it works. You create a hashtag, you run a contest. You encourage your community to create posts using this hashtag. Maybe they're creating artwork or some kind of specific content for this contest. Maybe they're simply reposting some of your own content or something else that points people back to your business. Now, you're not using this hashtag yourself, but your audience uses this hashtag whenever they take part in your contest or giveaway. Then you can browse the hashtag to keep track of who's participated in your contest. Next, community hashtags. These are hashtags that are typically branded and unique, or they can be ones that are just created for a niche or an interest. What's important about them is they often have a unified audience and a similar kind of specific content to this community. Here are 3 examples. First, I'll use the gym I go to. They have their own branded hashtag that they use, and they encourage their gym members to post on Instagram their progress pics, photos of them at the gym, their diets, etc. And they use this as a community hashtag to focus on their gym members. It leads people back to the business, and it gives them an opportunity to feature their gym members on a large screen inside the gym. Next, hashtag between the ears. Now, this is a hashtag that I quite like from the equestrian community. Just reading the hashtag, you might not understand what it's about, but hashtag between the ears is a collection of point of view photos taken by horse riders. So, if a horse rider is sitting on the back of their horse and they're looking forward, the photo is going to be framed by the ears of the horse they're riding. So, this is clearly a very niche, specific hashtag, and it's a very unique kind of content. Third, similarly, there's hashtag behind the chair. This is another point of view hashtag, this time for hairdressers. If you go to hashtag behind the chair, you'll find photos that are simply point of view photos from behind the hairdressing chair, showing off the hair that they've just cut or dyed from the hairdresser's point of view. So these are 3 different kind of community hashtags you could use. These are examples of creative ways to dictate content using a hashtag, and I hope it gives you some inspiration on how you could create your own community-based hashtag. Lastly, quick link DIY guides. Guides are probably one of the most underutilized features on Instagram. And I get it. You've already created the content. You don't want to go back and start organizing all of your content into different folders and guides for people to browse. But it sure is handy when people do it. So here's a quick way you can use hashtags to create something similar to guides and point your audience in the right direction. Say, maybe you have 3 to 5 different content pillars, different topics that you touch on every week. Just simply take these topics and create a unique branded hashtag for each one of your topics. Now, whenever you touch on that topic, you use the hashtag specific to the topic that is only for your own posts. Now, on your stories or elsewhere, you can point people very quickly to every post you've made on that topic by just sending them to the hashtag. This works as a super quick link, and it's kind of a DIY guide feature, so you don't have to spend the time organizing your posts after the fact. It's just done anytime you post. Thanks so much for listening. Again, my name is Matthew Pierce, creator of HashtagSlayer.com. I'd love to connect with you. You can find me online at HashtagSlayerApp on Instagram, and be sure to keep an eye out for my upcoming interview on the Instagram Stories podcast, wherever you get podcasts. Daniel interviews me, and we talk about hashtag strategies, my app, and a whole lot more.
I'm not yet a member of the Instagram team, but my podcast covers many Instagram themes. But the name, image, logos are trademarks of Instagram and the LCC in the USA and every territory. Everything I publish independently. Until they let me run my team and start to pay my salary. Not sponsored or endorsed, no lies, no fallacy. I use their logo with permission, not malicious or callously. No trademark violation, filling all criteria. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Daniel Hill Media.